I'm honoured today to have the lovely Tim Staines. I've spent some time with him chatting about some of the things he's up to and doing within the body. It's always great to be with Tim. He's a look at that smile on his face. And that's because he knows Jesus, and he loves Jesus, and he loves sharing it with people. And of course, over the last year, he's brought back the Alpha course and also started off the Vision and Values course within the body, and also looking forward next year, maybe a new course coming up, which I'll leave Tim to talk to you about in a moment. But first of all, Tim, can you explain why you brought, what was your passion to bring the Alpha back into the course earlier this year?
Well, I suppose it all started at the beginning of lockdown, Clive, when I felt really challenged by God over that parable that Jesus told. Well, it was actually not a parable, it was an event where the disciples had been out fishing on the previous evening, and they came back and said, you know, we haven't got any fish at all, you know, we fished all night. But Jesus instructed them to go out again, and they came back in with what were, you know, nets full of fish, you know, to bursting point. And I felt really challenged about that. That at that time, God was wanting to bring the seeds of revival, bring the beginnings of revival. That, you know, we were all called to be fishers of men. That was the other thing. In Matthew 28, talks about going into all the world and making disciples. And you know, he said to his early disciples, didn't he? You know, I want you to be fishers of men. And I just felt really challenged about that. And the tool at hand was Alpha. And I had a little bit of knowledge about Alpha, but as I came to the planning stage and looking at it, I was just hugely impressed with it as a course. It does really do what it says on the tin, in that you explore the great questions of life. And I found the videos really interesting, the opportunities to discuss with people. Yeah, that was really the great thing for me. And I've always been someone who wants to explain why it's reasonable to believe in God, and why it's reasonable to be a Christian. And this just gave me the opportunity to do that.
And then from that, you created the Vision and Values course. From other things you brought together, what led you down that path?
Well, for me, it's really important that, you know, we understand as Christians that we've been born into a family. Only, you know, this last week I was reading a verse in Hebrews 2, and it talks about how He who is making us holy, and it's a reference to Jesus, and those of us who are made holy, so in other words, Christians, how they are all of the same family. And again and again, family comes up in the New Testament, family of believers. And I just think it's really, really important to see that when a person becomes a Christian, they are born into a family. The question then arises, which part of the family does God want me to belong to? And what the Vision and Values course does is it provides people with an opportunity to find out whether they want to join the SCF bit of God's family. And so it goes through all the values, the 6 values, and gives people a chance to ask what we stand for as a church, where we're going, what we're doing. And so that's, yeah, we had it up, you know, we had it a few years ago, and we've sort of brought it back to the table.
Brilliant. And of course, we know from the feedback that we get from church meetings that there's other needs from people, of which one you're holding in your hand, which is that people want more Bible study. So what is it you've got in your hand?
Right, I have the Bible course as presented by the Bible Society, and this is something that Clive has been running for the last couple of months. They have found it extremely good. I suppose it really does answer the need about what people want in terms of understanding what the Bible is, what God is trying to do through the Bible in communicating to us, how it's structured, how some of it's poetry, some of it's history, some of it's some of it's letters, some of it's history documenting what happened to Israel.
Yeah, I mean, it was a good course. The people that were on it have all found benefit from it, and it gives everyone a basic outline from beginning to end how the Bible all fits together. So we're hopefully going to have something to do with that in the year. Maybe just finish off, Tim, and I know you don't expect this question from me. What's your heart for people that come onto these courses? What's it, your heart for them?
Really, they find their own individual destinies in God, and thereby find how they fit into the corporate destiny of the church here in SCF. That's really my heart, because God wants us to find, He wants us to, how can I put it, realise our potential, and that means, in other words, tapping more and more into who He has made us, finding out who we are, and growing as individuals and growing as a church.
That's brilliant, Tim. And obviously, folks, if you're listening to this and it's an interest to you either to attend any of these courses, if you contact Tim, or if you want to be part of delivering and helping Tim to do that, please feel free to contact anybody in leadership, but Tim particularly, and he'll help you to achieve whichever of those you want. Tim, it's really been a blessing to be with you today. It's getting a bit cold, so we're going to call it now. Bless you. I love to everybody who's watching this. Yeah. Bye-bye.
God bless.